We'll finish up gender tomorrow, or Wednesday. And like last time with guest lecture, we will have a short evaluation at the end that you guys will have to fill out. Please do that. Those are very, very important. We need those. I guess if Kelly comes in, do you have her evaluation? I'll just give it to her. Try to sit. I don't know. We'll figure it out, right? If it's a like, I don't know. Just tell Tom to email me, and I'll be like, well,
I'm thinking if I just send her the video.
yeah. But if Tom or her say anything, just be well.
Alright, I apologize for my voice also. I'm sorry, I got sick, but I'll do my best. Okay, so we're talking about constructing gender and sexuality today. Okay, so things that we need to focus on today specifically are understanding the difference between gender and sex, and being able to apply theory to the real world, specifically in relation to gender, obviously, and then understanding the concept of sexuality. Okay, so what is sex? Sex is an individual's membership in one of two biologically distinct categories, male or female. So this is when you're born and they say, it's a boy, it's a girl. It's completely biologically based. Intersex is having a variant chromosomal makeup and mixed or indeterminate male or female sex characteristics. So basically, occasionally this does happen. Baby is born with not specifically male or female genitalia, I guess. So most of the time the parent and the doctor will choose a certain sex, and they will take the necessary medical steps to make the baby a certain sex. I can't hear you, I'm sorry. I still don't know, you're saying what?
Is intersex, isn't that what hermaphrodites are called?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was missing the word. If I'm going too fast with the slides, yell at me. I'll go back. Okay, so gender is different than sex. Gender is the physical, behavioral, and personality traits that a society determines are natural and normal for male and female members. So this is more specifically the things that we wear, the things we do, the things we say to present our gender, not specifically the biological things. Although gender is usually based on biology, it is not. It's not because of biology per se, it's socially constructed. And so a gender identity is an individual's self-definition or sense of gender. So this is the gender identity that someone chooses to portray by like what they wear, what they say, what they do. And your gender identity doesn't have to necessarily match your sex. Okay, so this slide is just a lot of terms. So cisgender is a term used when gender identity and or expression aligns with sex assigned at birth. So this is when your gender identity is the same as your sex. Transgender is when your gender identity does not match with your sex assigned at birth. And this category also includes cross-dressers, bi-gendered, ungendered, and intersex people. And then gender expression is the behaviors and expression of your gender identity. So it is how we present our gender to other people. So since we have agreed upon characteristics for male and female members of society, we enact those characteristics to portray our gender identity to other people. And then gender nonconforming is anyone that whose gender expression differs from the gender identity that they have. So this could even be like a tomboy, like a girl that likes to play in the dirt or play with trucks, whatever. And then a binary is a system of classification with only two distinct and opposite categories. So this is what our gender system is, but gender is more like a continuum in society. And sex is more of a binary. Okay, so I have a video that I think portrays male and female gender roles in a really funny way. Do you want me to flip that?
Yeah. I just think of the last time.
Sorry.
Yeah! Awesome. I feel like dancing.
Oh, we're going to dance.
Adam, by the way, I really like your jacket and shirt combo.
Oh, yeah, I saw some guy with the exact same shirt and jacket combo as soon as I left the apartment this morning. TTTWOS.
Toads took the wind out of my sails?
Totes.
Exactly. Nice, Clay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, what?
Whatever, I just got a weird text from Rebecca.
What?
Whatever, I just texted her, did you lock the apartment door? I know she always does, but I'm paranoid or whatever, and I just, whatever. She texted me back, yes. Not like, yeah, or yup, or yes, I love you, or yes, you're so sweet. Yeah, so, I don't know, am I, like, totally annoying, or?
No.
Absolutely.
Chris, if anything, she meant to say yeah, and she typed Y-E-A, but the A's next to the S, so she slipped and she hit S, And, there is a huge difference between yeah and yes.
Oh, totes huge
Yeah.
diff.
Huge diff. Hear me out, and don't take this the wrong way, but Rebecca has some fat thumbs.
Could have been a fat thing.
Is Sabathia pitching tonight?
He pitched Thursday, Burnett pitched Friday.
Vasquez pitches tonight. Burnett pitched Saturday.
Burnett pitched Friday.
Saturday. Finished off the series against the Rays.
4 hits, 2 walks, 8 Ks.
He had 3
That
walks.
was Sabathia.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
You
Sabathia
pitched
Friday.
Monday, Sabathia.
Burnett Saturday.
Burnett,
Vasquez tonight.
Pettit, Vasquez.
Sabathia.
What happened? What did we miss?
Okay, so Chris texted Rebecca, are you mad at me or something? And she didn't respond. For 5 minutes.
What is she dead?
Should we call the police?
Well, at first, he was going to text, Rebecca, I think we need to talk more openly about our feelings, so maybe we should have a meetup session instead of having a separate boys and girls night out, or at least have a phone call or whatever. But then he erased that, and he said, Rebecca, you're putting me in a really awkward position, because I don't know if you're actually mad at me, or if you're just trying to impress your friends or whatever. And then he erased that, and he just put W for whatevs.
Okay.
It was me.
Why would she say that unless she wanted to hurt me?
Girls can be mean idiots.
Chris, what exactly did she say? Go have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Go is a hate word.
It's like she wants me to shut up and stop being so annoyed. Am I that annoying?
What? Sometimes. Right, but not right now. All the time.
Not all
the
the time.
Look at me, Christopher, look at me. Listen, this relationship is toxic, obviously. And not the Britney Spears toxic, the bad kind of toxic, okay? You should be able to text her anything you want, anytime you want, and she must never, ever act like it is any inconvenience whatsoever.
Alright, I'm just gonna text her and see if she thinks this thing that we call love is worth it. And if she doesn't get back to me right away, I'm just gonna say it's over. It's been like an hour. It's over.
Easy does it. Easy does it.
Open your mouth. It's a mechanical issue. You just need to tilt the glass so.
So, I think Chris just stopped me. Sorry.
Whatever, now you're single.
Leia!
You guys want blackout?
Yeah, let's get wasted.
I'm already blackout. Blackout more.
Come on, you gods.
Ring
Come on, you gods.
Ring daddy.
Okay, so what representations of gender did we see in this video? Yep, that's a good one.
Poker and sports for the guys.
And beer. Mm-hmm. Right. That's like the emotions. You can definitely see the contrasting where the breakup is like the boys are crying and the girls are like, so it's funny to us because these are like totally opposite portrayals of what we'd expect. And it's only funny because we consider certain gender expressions like specific for a certain gender. So it's only weird because, boys aren't supposed to show emotions or girls aren't supposed to fart. That was one of the things too. So. Okay, so gender theories. The essentialist approach is basically saying that you're born as a girl, you die as a girl. There's no changing it. You don't have a decision on your gender. It's biological. There's two categories, you're one or the other. And what's interesting is that essentialists also believe that gender roles have a genetic origin. So, like, we consider women more caring. Essentialists believe that women are born to be more caring. It's just an innate ability. And then the constructionist approach says that gender is a social construction and acknowledges that there are possible other ways other than male and female to identify people. So they say that gender roles are socially determined. So whereas essentialists believe that they have a genetic origin, constructionists believe that we decided that women are more nurturing or men are more dominant. So constructionists also say that male and female genders are one possibility, but you could also be any other gender. Okay, so these are our social theories that most of you know, that all of you should know. So functionalism says that specifically for gender, there are social roles better suited for one gender than the other, and societies are more stable when these norms are followed. So they break it down into expressive roles and instrumental roles, and expressive roles are female roles, so being nurturing, caring, emotional support. And the instrumental roles are for the male. They're the breadwinner, the task-oriented authority figure. So functionalists believe that the world just works better when males and females follow their gender roles. And then conflict theory says that men have historically had access to more resources and had more privilege, and so men want to hold on to this status and power. So therefore they are benefiting from gender inequality, and they want to maintain the current power status that they have, I guess. So they don't want women to enter the labor market, because if they did, then they might lose power. They may not be the main breadwinner of the family. They wouldn't be as important within the family. Okay, so interactionist perspectives, this is just one perspective. Symbolic interactionism says that gender is socially constructed and maintained through everyday interactions between individuals. So gender is constantly being performed, and this goes back to what I said about how we have agreed upon gender norms. So when I wear a dress or have long hair, I am presenting myself as a female. Whereas men have different gender norms. They present themselves differently so that people understand this is the gender identity I'm portraying. And it's perpetuated through constant interactions every day between two individuals. Okay, so I want us to do a little discussion. So break into groups of 2 to 4 and talk to your group members about the theories we just talked about. So I want you to take traditional male and female household roles and talk about how they can be explained by each theory. So essentially just answer these 3 questions. How would functionalists explain the division of labor within the household? How would conflict theorists explain it? And how would symbolic interactionists explain it? So if you have to write down things to remember them, then please do, because we're going to share afterwards. So go ahead.
We don't get to party.
Swing in there,
I really got nothing.
Got nothing. Got nothing. Okay, so the song guys. So what about the first conflict? Oh, wait. Here we go. Each theory explains the topic of traditional male and female. So if we look at, which one did you guys start with?
I think so. Conservatives or sexualists. I'm not sure. Maybe
Focus on the sections, right?
functionalism. money, I guess, in terms of breadwinners, being the person who makes money naturally has power to that.
So who would be the breadwinner that we talk about?
In like a traditional case, the male. So like tying into like not giving that up, you don't want to lose your status as like the sole breadwinner. Express versus instrumental. It's like men can show emotions, but shouldn't work, and men should work, but shouldn't show emotions.
We think of expressive too. That women are always in charge of the household. Like, we always have to wrap the presents, or we always have to remember the birthdays, right? That's probably an expressive role. That's gender. Definitely. Let's see. What about conflict? Division of labor.
Because you want to keep your status. I mean, it's easier to say you clean the floor and clean the kitchen if I'm busy working and you're stuck at home doing nothing. So it's like it's easier to divide labor into gender things like that. I guess if one person's working.
Especially if we think like because conflict and functionalist can kind of overlap there because whoever is doing expressive and instrumental, like you would think, say the female's the instrumental, right? Then you think she would do more or less household work. Right? What's that song with the song? It's like talking about stay-at-home dad or something. Mr. Mom, my guy, Mr. Mom, right? We'll see that happen.
Yeah, I guess every day perpetuates it by nature of existing.
I think symbolics here because, like, for me at least, we always think of the traditional one. So if you go to define it, it's kind of like the guy's and the woman's, or I mean, household. You know what I'm saying, right? Like donut theory, right? So, or donut, if we look at that, and then the outside is the male, right? And the inside is the female. And that's all the housework, right? And then he's got control of the outside.
Yeah, makes sense.
Of course, sports theory. Why wouldn't we explain our answers with theory? On top of answering theory. Yeah, I agree. 100%. So what about, okay, so she asked about, what about the gender theories in general? So we have essentialists and constructionists.
Maybe if you think it's biological, you'd probably say it's for the good of a society, for someone to stay home, or it's for another person to go out.
Well, if we think biological too, and the division of labor, right? Obviously, biologically, males are stronger. And
So
they're
certain
smarter.
jobs are like suited to that.
Right?
Okay, so let's come back together and talk as a group. So, what are some examples for functionalism? How did you guys use functionalism to explain the division of household labor? Probably gonna call on people if no one offers. Okay.
Like women are the nurturers, like more sensitive, and men are like the right.
Right. So those expressive and instrumental roles. Right. Anyone else? Okay, I'd say that pretty much sums it up. So, what about conflict theorists? How would conflict theorists explain the division of household labor?
And like women basically like do everything for them.
Right. Yeah. Anything else going on? Right. So the male wants to stay in power and have be making the money, so that the woman is at home, taking care of the house. And then what would symbolic interactionists say?
Whatever like gender you choose, like not biologically, you would just do the roles of that
That's true. I heard your discussion here, so I know you have a good answer.
Which one?
For
Sorry,
symbolic interaction is.
symbolic interaction.
That's cheating.
It's, every day you're just, by nature of your interaction, you're just kind of furthering the system already in place.
Yep, so I kind of thought of like if a man comes home from work and he's like, well, where's my dinner? Like, you didn't make me dinner. That's like just one little action that's going to perpetuate that gender expectation that the wife is supposed to make dinner and the male is just at work. That was really good. Good job, guys. Okay, so now we talk about sexuality. So sexuality is the character or quality of being sexual. So describes sexual behaviors, desires, and fantasies. And sexuality is not the same as gender or sex. A lot of times they get confused, but totally separate ideas. So queer theory is really important in studying sexuality because it's a social theory about gender and sexuality that emphasizes the importance of difference. And it says that the idea of innate sexual identity, so essentially you're born having a certain sexuality, it says that that's very restrictive and that we should recognize other sexualities as well, such as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersexual, and asexual. So your sexual identity or orientation is the inclination to feel sexual desire toward people of a particular gender or toward people of both genders. That's pretty self-explanatory with the definitions. So heterosexuality is having sexual desires for people of the opposite gender or any gender other than your own. Homosexuality is sexual desires towards members of your own gender. Bisexuality is sexual attraction to both genders, and asexuality is lack of sexual attraction of any kind. So that's just a lot of definitions.
Good question.
Yeah.
For heterosexual, it says other genders as in plural. What does it mean?
So, like, how I was saying before, that this is more based on like constructionist idea where there's not just two genders. There can be many other genders. So it would be just having a sexual attraction towards any other gender, like. Yes.
Wouldn't homosexuality actually be sexual desires for other genders than your own, and heterosexuality be sexual desires toward members of one own? Or no?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
So, saying it's not like genders other than your own, would that include people who are like they, them, so they're like non-binary?
Yeah, it can be any other gender, any gender that someone that chooses to identify with. Does anyone have any other questions? So that's it for today. I just need you guys to fill out these evaluation forms.